Shabbat Shalom. Our scripture reading for today is Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 23, 26, and 27. I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which you have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahweh, saith Yahweh Elohim, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you an heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and you shall keep my judgments, and do them.
Shabbat Shalom, family. Our selection today, changed.
4, verses 7 through 11. But the end of all things is at hand. You therefore sober and watch unto prayer. And above all things have fervent love among yourselves, for love shall cover the multitude of sins. Use hospitality one to another without grudging. As every man has received the gift, even so minister the same one to another, as good stewards of the manifold grace of Elohim. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Elohim. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which Elohim gives, that Elohim in all things may be glorified through Yahshua the Mashiach, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Ephesians chapter 4, verses 29 through chapter 5 and verse 4. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. And grieve not the Holy Spirit of Elohim, whereby you are sealed until the day of redemption. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. And be you kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as Elohim for Yahshua's sake has forgiven you. Be you therefore followers of Elohim, as dear children, and walk in love, as the Mashiach also have loved us, and has given himself for us an offering and sacrifice to Elohim for a sweet-smelling savor. But fornication, and all uncleanness or covetousness, let it not be once named among you as become saints, neither filthiness, nor foolish talking, nor jesting, which are not convenient, but rather giving of thanks. Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verses 1 and 2. Keep your foot when you go to the house of Elohim, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifices of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. Be not rash with your mouth, and let not your heart be hasty to utter anything before Elohim. For Elohim is in heaven, and you up on earth. Therefore, let your words be few. Exodus chapter 23, verses 20 and 21. Behold, I send an angel before you, to keep you in the way, and to bring you into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him, and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. Revelations chapter 3, verses 20 through 22. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him and will sup with him, and he with me. Him that overcomes will I grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I have also overcame and am sat down with my Father in his throne. He that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches.
All right, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Which is peace on Yahweh's holy Sabbath day. Welcome to another holy convocation that Yahweh has enjoined unto us here in this body of Yahshua. Now, if we question people concerning peace on earth, most will declare that it is something that they would desire. The problem is, most people believe that there can be peace without the law that governs it. We have been presented with an image, a demeanor, and a doctrine of the future king that does not align with what's written in Scripture. This becomes problematic as human nature leads us to have an issue honoring things that does not appear physically the way it has appeared in our minds. We have this part where we say we want this great king, that we want the second return of Christ. Our problem is we are not accustomed to honoring man. Everything that we have been taught has been to not honor man in such a way. Now, it's one thing for the way the heathen operates, but because of teachers and leaders whom we have seen mislead people, we already have a built-up wall. And we have this thought process that we can keep this wall, and then when Yahshua shows up, the wall is going to magically disappear, and you're going to honor him. We have to understand, he's going to look just like a man, except he's going to have the spirit. But will everybody be able to notice the spirit that is on him? They didn't notice it last time. Will they believe that this is, this is another one of their hologram? Because man has developed technology that has allowed them to display all sorts of things. Will we not believe it? What is going to happen? And we have a double fold issue. We have a king that will also be high priest. We're not accustomed to showing that kind of honor. We have elected leaders that we vote for, and we still don't give them that kind of honor. So how will we feel when it's time to honor a king in a way that we have never honored before? You have never honored anybody the way that we are going to be required to honor this king. And we believe that we're just going to automatically have this heart without working on it. Let's begin today's sermon in Hebrews chapter 7. Now, we covered some things. Today's sermon is entitled A Ruler and a Judge Part 2. We covered some things in our last Sabbath sermon that you may want to go back and listen to so that you will get up to speed on where we are starting on this Sabbath. This is part 2, and this is the honor of the king. Hebrews chapter 7, and let's start that at verse 1.
For this Melchizedek, king of Salem, priest of the Most High Elohim, who met Abraham returning from the slaughter of the kings, and blessed him, to whom also Abraham gave a tenth part of all, first being by interpretation, king of righteousness, and after that also king of Salem, which is king of peace.
So then we're talking about an honor, and so much honor that they gave this tithe. They gave this 10%. We have been taught everything against that. Will we turn around and drop that when we have no other choice? Or will he turn around and have to do something to us? See, when we go through and read in Zechariah, I think chapter 14, when he says he's going to make all the nations come up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles, and those that do not are going to receive the plagues. He shouldn't have to make us. That should be for them. That's not supposed to be for us. We have a tendency, we only want to show honor when we're getting something out of it. And if you're not sure what that looks like, throw a party and see who all show up. Have it to be some kind of shindig. Watch you all show up. Then say, you know what? We're going to gather together to read out of the legacy that our forefathers had left to us. It's going to be you and some crickets. Right. Go ahead.
Without father, without mother, without descent, having neither beginning of days nor end of life, but made like unto the Son of Elohim, abides a priest continually.
So we understand that what Yahweh is setting up with Yeshua was already set up. We have this thing where we say, let it be done on earth as it is in heaven, and we don't understand what that means. He's setting up on earth what is in heaven. And then we kick against every part of it. Go ahead.
You know, Elder, when you look at verse 3, you know, we're thinking that, or the thought process normally is that Yahshua is going to be like Melchizedek, but it's actually the reverse when you look at it. It says he's like the son of Elohim.
Right. It's just displaying it to us. See, we think when we find out something, it just happened. That's the arrogance of man. See, the day we find out, that's the day it's real. You have to ask yourself, how all them demons know it? He get here and immediately they all know him. They never asked Yahshua, who are you? No, Yahshua kept asking men, who do you think I am? He didn't ask now one of them evil spirits, who am I? They already knew. The holy people, the last one to know. Everybody knows except you. Oh, the demons know. Go ahead.
Now consider how great this man was, unto whom even the patriarch Abraham gave the tenth of the spoils. And verily they that are of the sons of Levi, who receive the office of the priesthood, have a commandment to take tithes of the people according to the law, that is, of their brethren, though they come out of the loins of Abraham. But he whose descent is not counted from them received tithes of Abraham, and blessed him that had the promises. And without all contradiction, the less is blessed of the better. And here men that die receive tithes, but there he received them of he of whom it is witnessed that he lives. And as I may so say, Levi also, who received tithes, paid tithes in Abraham, for he was yet in the loins of his father when Melchizedek met him. If therefore perfection were by the Levitical priesthood, for under it the people received the law, what further need was there that another priest should rise after the order of Melchizedek, and not be called after the order of Aaron?
For another priest being called, but not after the order of Aaron. Yet, what Sunday morning teaches is that the priesthood is done away with, that everybody is a pastor, and then you even have the Hebrews say, you got to be a moreh, which is just teacher. Nobody is supposed to have the title of a priest. They believe if you say that you are a priest, you must be exalting yourself. If this is the high priest, what is he ruling over if he doesn't have anybody under him? How can he be king? Go ahead.
For the priesthood being changed, there is made of necessity a change also of the law. For he of whom these things are spoken pertained to another tribe, of which no man gave attendance at the altar. For it is evident that our Adonai sprang out of Yehuda, of which tribe Moshe spake nothing concerning priesthood.
For it is evident that our Adonai sprang out of Yehuda. He's speaking about a specific tribe of people. That is a specific ethnic group that he is speaking of. Yet, every time you talk to people out in the world, they say it doesn't matter what he looks like. All right. Well, if it don't matter, why does every one of your depictions of him look like you? If it don't matter, why we ain't ran into Chinese Jesus? What about Rasta Jesus? Why we didn't get Irish Jesus? No. We get the depiction that they want to make. But at the same time, tell you it don't matter. Look like to me, it must matter. That statement should have been, it don't matter what it look like as long as it look like me. Go ahead, just go tell the rest of the story. Don't give me half a lie. I can't stand when somebody give me half a lie. Ain't I worth the whole lie? Give me the whole lie. Don't give me half the lie. I deserve the whole lie. Go ahead, Bree.
And it is yet far more evident, for that after the similitude of Melchizedek there arise another priest, who is made not after the law of a carnal commandment, but after the power of an endless life. For he testifies, you are a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. For there is verily a disannulling of the commandment going before for the weakness and unprofitableness thereof. For the law made nothing perfect, but the bringing in of a better hope did, by the which we draw near unto Elohim. And inasmuch as not without an oath he was made priest. For those priests were made without an oath, but this with an oath by him that said unto him, the Adonai swear and will not repent, you are a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. By so much was Yahshua made a surety of a better testament.
I don't understand how anybody can read this and then still say that the priesthood was done away with. I really don't understand. And it's really a push to accept Christ as king, but not to accept Christ as a priest. Because see, the powers that be have stolen the priesthood. See, this is one of the reasons why what we talked about last week. I mentioned that I ran into an Egyptian that told me that Egypt was in Asia. Well, all of these people, you got to understand why it says in this book there's going to be a great controversy concerning the land. Why? Because each one of these people have warred over it and ruled over it for a time. Those people who saying they are Egyptians, understand, they were part of the Islamic rule and control of that land. Then you have the Christian domination and rule over that land. They both are fighting for a place that belongs to neither of them. They are staking claim because of the previous wars that they have fought. And because they've had it for a while, they both lay claim to it. This is why Yahweh said, I'm going to have to take care of the controversy concerning Zion. Because the whole world says, okay, let's make peace between these two entities. It ain't going to happen because it don't belong to either one of those two entities. But that's part of the trick. So that you will only focus on them two. The whole time, the adversary laughing. Y'all focusing on them. Y'all trying to make peace between them. It don't belong to either one of them. Both of them had us as slaves. We trying to take up for one side, they had you as slaves too. So what you gonna do? Go pick the lesser of the two evils?
He was a better master. Because he let us read and everything on his plantation. Y'all cut off parts. Don't like y'all.
Now we picking which slave master is the best master? Yahshua is the best master. That's who the best master is. Go ahead.
Elder, when you look at the subheading, you said, everybody want to see Yahshua as king, but don't want to see him as priest.
Mm-hmm.
But the subheading under chapter 7 says the historic Melchizedek, a type of Christ or a type of Messiah.
Right.
But we all refer to it, the Melchizedek priesthood.
Right.
They reference him to being a sort of Messiah.
Right. The Hebrews, the true Hebrews, this is why you have the book of Judges. That was a constant source of messiahs. Nobody looks for a Messiah except people who need to be saved. This is why the richest people on the face of the planet have to present to you a make-believe problem. Because they don't have real ones. They have to act like they're being stumped on, that they're being mistreated, they're being this, when in actuality it's illegal to do that to them. That cannot be happening. Go ahead.
Verse 23. And they truly were many priests, because they were not suffered to continue by reason of death. But this man, because he continues ever, has an unchangeable priesthood. Wherefore he is able also to save them to the utmost that come unto Elohim by him, seeing he ever lives to make intercession for them.
Come to Elohim by him. Sunday morning teacher, all you got to do is deal with him. You have to understand what's happening. They want to accept the kingship, does not want to accept the priest part. Now, then, they want to accept the son without accepting the father. They make the son and the father. And you want to hear something disrespectful, go to a grown man's house and disrespect him and talk to his boy.
This is a nice place you've built here, Junior.
Hey, hold on now. Hey, boy, boy, you ever heard that song about a gap band whoops upside your head? You about to hear it. You about to hear it because you about to hear whoops upside your head. Junior ain't built nothing here. I built this here. Junior about to inherit this. Let's not get this twisted. Junior about to inherit what I built. But don't come up in here disrespecting me talking about Junior built all this now. You know, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Go ahead.
For such an high priest became us, who is holy, harmless, undefiled, separate from sinners, and made higher than the heavens, who needeth not daily, as those high priests, to offer up sacrifice, first for his own sins, and then for the people's. For this he did once, when he offered up himself. For the law makes men high priests, which have infirmity, but the word of the oath, which was since the law, makes the Son, who is consecrated forevermore.
Now, think about the honor that is due him. We're talking about priests go into the Holy of Holies and make a sacrifice for the sins of the children of Israel. He goes in and makes the offering with his own blood. The honor is on swole that he is due. But we are not accustomed to giving that kind of honor. Other nations have kings. And the honor that is given to a king is different. Look at how appalled, even though I know it's a really bad example, this person who's ready to be king now, and he's proclaiming some things about himself, and people are being just, they are thrown. They don't like, that it looks like he's setting himself up, to be worshiped and honored in such a way. Think about when they went over to take down Saddam. He had statues, pictures, everything of him everywhere. We automatically have a problem. We have been given something in place of that. American Idol. No. So you have all your idols on your wall. You go in the little teenage room, you go see a bunch of little Chinese, Korean little boys, you know what I'm saying, with the little dance poses. See, what's happening? They're setting up for you to take the admiration that you're supposed to have for your Messiah and take that admiration and put it over there. And we're all being pushed into that without knowing what's happening. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 11. We can't talk. When we were little, it was New Edition. Can you go? Y'all know it. Mr. Telephone Man. Yeah. And girls would scream, ah! Right. We used to get the Word Up magazine, take all the pictures out, put them on the wall. Yeah, okay. Give you something else to idolize. Take your mind off of what you're supposed to have honor for and honor to. Isaiah chapter 11, and let's start that at verse 1.
And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. And the Spirit of Yahweh shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and of the fear of Yahweh.
Yet, the adversary still believes that he can win this altercation. And he's recruiting heavily. And some of the things that we're being wooed into, we don't see it as recruitment. We think we're falling in love. You don't understand, the adversary, the devil recruiting you. But he know he can't get you directly through you, so he sends something else to you. You, in the awe of the thing that he sent, and now you have been recruited for his team. Some people are going to be surprised when the game starts and they got on a different jersey. You let yourself get recruited. Sometimes the scout come to your game to watch you play. Yeah. They're admiring you, but they're admiring you for their daddy. They're trying their best to see if they can get you kicked off the team. Because they got a spot for you on there. Yeah. Go ahead, Bree.
And shall make him of quick understanding and the fear of Yah. And he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor, and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked.
The same word that we speaking right now is going to be the word that he's going to speak, except when he speak it, you're going to die. I just hurt your feelings. He going to hurt your soul. We really don't understand how serious this is. If we go through this book and read what's happening, do we understand that this same individual who's barely been, in office on this term has proclaimed how many wars he has averted, and then now he must be worshipped as sort of like a king of peace, which is what they're already doing overseas, honoring him in that manner. He nominated himself for the Nobel Peace Prize. The other day, I don't know how you do that, but he got FIFA to give him a peace award just the other day. And people said, you know what, this is the biggest sham. But there's something y'all not paying attention to. Soccer is the biggest sport in the world. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? He just made a world proclamation that he's a peaceful man. Days ago, they just bombed boats out the water. But there's a peace award that was just given. But y'all would say it was crazy. They said, look at right now, Monday, I'm going to shoot all y'all on the left side. Next Tuesday, I'm going to accept the peace award. I said what? So you telling us you're gonna do all this and then go get the peace award? Yes. Oh, no, I don't understand how big this is. That was a world stage that proclamation was made on. Y'all think that proclamation was made in front of a bunch of people who ready to kick the ball. You're not understanding what's happening here. And we're still going on business as usual. We're still playing our same old games. We're still doing that same old half worship, half sacrifice, half everything, and we think it's going to fly. But right in front of us, world proclamations are being made, and we still partying and BSing. All right. Go ahead, please.
And righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. And the cow and the bear shall feed, their young ones shall lie down together. And the lion shall eat straw like the ox, and the sucking child shall play on the hole of the ass, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice's den. It shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain.
You know they talking about them playing with snakes, right? Y'all sure gonna have to make peace in Holy Mountain for me to play with any snake. You can believe that. There's something that ain't right about anything that moves with no leg. Yahweh makes sure that there's certain things that you feel funny about. When you see how fast that thing moves without having any legs, it should automatically say in your own mind, you know what, I should probably get the hell out of here. When we go to them little safaris, I am absolutely fine. You know what? Because that snake behind that glass. I said, look at that snake over there. Let them say, you know what? We just found out one of the snakes got out. All right, baby, let's get the kids. Come on, y'all, it's time to go. They just said they're closing down. They said the snake was out. They said they closing down. You got to translate. If the snake is out, we gone. Okay. Go ahead, bro. You finish that?
They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of Yahweh, as the waters cover the sea. And in that day there shall be a root of Yesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious.
To it the Gentiles shall seek, not control. See, right now, they're controlling everything. And we love to to listen to individuals as they say, look at what's happening over there in the hood. These people, they're thugs. Look at how they're running their own cities. Okay, so if you in a place and it goes horrible, then you have to take responsibility for it. All right. The condition that this earth is in is under Gentile rulership. It is almost uninhabitable. Who gonna take the credit for it? All right, you won't give us credit for the hood, even though you took out all the jobs and imported the dope. Because I can tell you one thing, on all those boats that's being exploded, Pookie, Ray Ray, and Man Man wasn't driving none of them. I can guarantee you this. I can say this with surety, with my chest. Pookie, Man Man, and Ray Ray did not have operation of those boats, even if they did have some kind of drugs on them. Can't really tell if they exploded, though. But if we got to take responsibility, even though we don't have no boats, even though we ain't brought none of it in, if we have to take responsibility for the condition in the hood, then somebody got to take responsibility for the condition of the earth. Man, they can make cars run on hydrogen. They chose to keep using oil. Why? Because they bought into the system and now they're getting a piece of it, and anybody comes up with anything other than an oil producing or running vehicle, they vanish. Everyone who has created it has also created a disappearing machine, because they always disappear when they create it. I feel sorry for every one of them that say, I've found a way to make the car run on corn oil. I said, poor fella. He's so smart, he done. He about to die. Okay. Give it about a year and a half. All of a sudden, we never see them or their wonderful invention again. They chose to keep using fossil fuels. So if my people got to take credit for the hood, somebody got to take credit for this earth. And it sure as hell ain't going to be us. We ain't in control right now. Y'all have been in control. Take responsibility for the destruction. They used to talk about a hole in the ozone. They don't even talk about the ozone no more. It's like, ain't no more ozone. It just ain't no hole. It's just, you just drive trucks through it. It's just... Okay. Right. Go ahead, Bree.
Verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Adonai shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea.
And from the islands of the sea. You start going through these places and you understand, wait a minute. These are places where our people have been scattered. Where we get tricked, where it says the second time to recover the remnant. We have people who are telling us that they are the true people, and they claim the Egyptian captivity was them. The problem is the words were given after Egypt. So the people would have to be slaves after Egypt, not during. How are we so smart and that stupid? How is it we have people who call themselves theologians and they say, yeah, these the people? All right, well, where they captivity after Egypt? The proclamation was given coming out of Egypt. You can't claim the captivity of Egypt and then say that this is you. You have to produce one after Egypt. Come on, man. Come on, man. You letting people insult you because they sound intelligent. You letting people insult you because they went to school and got some letters behind their name. Come on, man. You better than that. Go ahead, Priest.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Yehudah from the four corners of the earth.
Uh-huh.
The envy also of Ephraim shall depart.
They didn't scatter themselves.
Hmm.
Okay. I tell you a real easy rule of thumb to remember. If they bought a ticket, they were not scattered. Because all the places we ended up, we didn't get no ticket. What we have is a manifest log. See, you move cargo differently than you move people. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Yehudah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Yehudah, and Yehudah shall not vex Ephraim. But they shall fly up on the shoulder of the Philistines toward the west. They shall spoil them of the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them.
All those people that's claiming that the land is there, Yahweh gonna make you deal with every last one of them. Go ahead.
And Yahweh shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea, and with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it in the seven streams, and make men go over dry shod. And there shall be an highway for the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, like as it was to Israel in the day that he came up out of the land of Egypt.
Like in the day when he came out of Egypt. This lets you know it has to be afterward. How you letting people tell you something else? Because they got money, you want to listen to them? Because they have a big old church? They drive nice cars? But the word in your book says something completely different. As it is written, it's going to be so powerful that they might possibly deceive the very elect. Man, if we being fooled at this stage of the game, we about to have some serious problems. Their daddy ain't even touched down yet. You can't be deceived already. They ain't even brought out their secret weapon. You can't be deceived already. At least if it's going to get tricky, let it get tricky when Lou himself is there. When you get Lucy Lou in front of you and then he said, man, he tricked me. At least you can say it was Lucy himself. You ain't getting tricked by no minions, are you? Come on now. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 23.
Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
That ain't what we say. We applaud them. We applaud them. They give us 3 scriptures in 2 hours, and we applaud them. We gave them all the substance. Get the true word and don't want to drop 1 penny in the bucket. But we paid top dollar for nothing. Now, we encouraged the mistreatment. We built it. Go ahead.
Says Yahweh. Therefore, thus says Yahweh Elohim of Israel against the pastors that feed my people. You have scattered my flock and driven them away and have not visited them. Behold, I'll visit upon you the evil of your doings, says Yah.
It's so funny how he separates at one part where he's dealing with pastors and then the other part where he's dealing with priests. That is awfully interesting. You should take note of it. Go ahead.
And I gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries, whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase.
He makes his prophets say the same thing. It says that everything be established by 2 or more witnesses. He never says a thing once. This is why I tell people when they come and they want to come with this grandiose idea and they say we should change this because I read this in the book. All right, show me at least one more before it becomes a valuable thing. Why? Everything has to be established by 2 or 3 witnesses. That's all throughout the book, Old and New Testament. So if you can't tell me but one thing, I'm sorry. We're going to have a problem making a change according to that one thing. He's got various people. Make sure you say this. What do you think he's doing? Go ahead.
And I'll set up shepherds over them which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, says Yahweh. Behold, the days come, says Yahweh, that I'll raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth.
They are fine with him making peace on earth. They have a problem with judgment because don't nobody want to give accountability for the actions that they have made. We fine with letting him make peace because, you know, we want peace too, but we want peace so we can do wrong without problems.
And we'll peacefully do evil.
Go ahead.
In his days Yehudah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely.
Wait a minute, wait. So whoever this righteous branch is, when he arrives, then Yehudah shall be saved? So I'm by reading this, and I mean, you read it.
Yes.
So you telling me Christ came back in 48 then? 1948? Because, I mean, that's when the nation was set up over there. So Christ came in 48, right? Hey, man, hold on. Don't be raising your hand like you got a question. You just read that Judah was going to be saved when he returned. So I'm by your words, I'm saying he must came in 48.
No, because they're not dwelling safely.
All right, then. Okay. All right. Go ahead, bro.
Let's back it up one. It said nothing would hurt in this holy mountain, right?
Uh-huh.
Is things still getting bitten and getting hurt over there in the mountain?
Things doing more than getting bit over there.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, you watch that documentary where that man said he sprayed something on him and what that dog did to him? Right. Now who would do something like that? Go ahead, bro.
In his days Yehudah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely.
Uh-huh.
And this is his name whereby he shall be called, Yahweh our righteousness. Therefore, behold, the days come, says Yahweh, that they shall no more say, Yahweh lives, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But Yahweh lives, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country and from all countries whither I had driven them. And they shall dwell in their own land.
Mm-hmm. They shall dwell in their own land. This is the controversy. He said there's a great controversy concerning Zion, and he's going to come and take care of that business. Now, we talked about in the beginning dealing with judgment. You had Moshe, which would be the Supreme Court, if you will. The Spirit was then given on these other men so they could deal with the smaller matters. Everything didn't go to Moshe. You don't just go and take because your issue seems great to you. You're going to go to the Supreme Court. They're going to send you right back. All right, did you talk to one of those other brothers? Well, no. Well, take that back down now. And if they can't deal with it, then it comes here. All right. They finna deal with the Supreme Court, dealing with Yahshua, but they ain't ready. Go ahead.
You know, going back to your question you just asked about 1948.
Uh-huh.
Verse 7 says that they shall no more say Yahweh lives, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Uh-huh.
But Yahweh lives, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country and from all countries where I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. They shall say Yahweh, right?
Right.
You can't say his name, right?
Right.
Right now over there, they're not saying his name at all.
Nope.
But you can say his name if you put it in yours.
Wow. Why? If that ain't right there, one of the strangest things ever. Right. But see, we still have the admiration of the adversary. This is why we desire everything they have. Right. We talk that talk, but we ain't going to walk that walk. See? We talk that talk, but then as soon as we see something, ooh, I want that over there. Right. Right. You desiring the devil's dainties. Right. Right. Okay. Let's go to Revelation chapter 19. Now, I ain't say he didn't make his dainties look good. Now, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Every now and then, the devil catch you. He know what you like. Sometimes he catch you. You got to go douse yourself with holy water. Woo-hoo! He got me. He caught me looking. And we playing just that quick. We look and a plan has already been put together in our head. Revelation chapter 19, let's start at verse 1.
And after these things I heard a great voice of much people in heaven, saying, Hallelujah, salvation and glory and honor and power unto the Adonai, our Elohim.
So these much people in heaven knew his name because they said praise Yah. They didn't say praise the Lord. Go ahead.
For true and righteous are his judgments, for he has judged the great whore which did corrupt the earth with her fornication, and has avenged the blood of his servants at her hand.
So this great whore also tormented his saints. This is rather interesting. Go ahead.
And again they said, Hallelujah. And her smoke rose up forever and ever. And the 24 elders and the 4 beasts fell down and worshipped Elohim that sat on the throne, saying, Amen, Hallelujah. And a voice came out of the throne, saying, Praise our Elohim, all you his servants, and you that fear him, both small and great. And I heard as it were the voice of a great multitude, and as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of mighty thunderings, saying, Hallelujah, for the Adonai Elohim omnipotent reigns. Let us be glad and rejoice, and give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife has made herself ready. And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white. For the fine linen is the righteousness of saints. And he says unto me, Right, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. And he says unto me, These are the true sayings of Elohim. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See you do it not. I'm your fellow servant, and of your brethren that have the testimony of Yahshua. Worship Elohim. For the testimony of Yahshua is the spirit of prophecy. And I saw heaven open, and behold a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he does judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Elohim. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses.
The armies which followed him. Now, Sunday morning has everybody getting ready for a love fest. And there's an army coming. They got swords. You got flowers. Go ahead.
Clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goes a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations.
Right. The same word that we speak right now. No, he's not going to speak another word. What do you need another word for? He's going to speak the same word that you have heard before, and then you blamed everybody else. Oh, that's too harsh. The judgment is going to be the same word. It would be unrighteous judgment for him to speak another word. No. No. You going to recognize it when they come out and cut you.
That was that stuff I wouldn't do.
Oh, you going to recognize it. I tell people I always know what I should have done after I didn't do it. Go ahead.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. And he treads the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of El Shaddai. And he has on his vesture and his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Adonai of Yah. And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great El, that you may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great.
Right. So whether they know it or not, this war shall be a sacrifice. Go ahead and come and eat at this sacrifice, because it's going to be a great supper right here. See, the land can only be cleansed by the shedding of blood of the ones who defiled it. I don't think people understand what has to happen. While they're boasting of their great power, the blood that has been shed in those lands has been shed by their hand, which means for those lands to be cleansed, those people have to bleed. This is why they want to zip tang and go to heaven before any of this happens. The word said he coming here. They want to pass him on the way. They want to see him on the charger, and they floating up. Where you going? No, we don't want to be here for this. Go ahead.
And I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army.
Right.
And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. And the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth.
The sword proceeded out of his mouth. Go ahead.
And all the fowls were filled with their flesh.
But this is not what we want to hear. We want to hear all the nice, sweet things concerning Christ. We don't want to hear this. No. We don't want to hear that part of any kingly operation. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 5. See, we don't want to deal with anything when it comes down to judgment, so we kind of push that forward. Anybody who says anything about what we do, oh, it's judgment. You can't judge me. Why does everybody who points something out have to be judging you? Judgment involves punishment. You punish just because somebody asked? Maybe you don't understand what punishment is. Go ahead and start that at verse 1.
It is reported commonly that there is fornication among you.
All right, what's that in your business? It ain't none of your business. It's my body, and I do what I want.
Go ahead.
And such fornication as is not so much as named among the Gentiles, that one should have his father's wife. And you are puffed up, and have not rather mourned, that he that has done this deed might be taken away from among you.
Wait a minute. That he that has done this deed needed to go. We would say there's no such thing amongst the church. Is this not the New Testament? Is this not the New Testament? Go ahead.
For I verily, as absent in mind, but present in spirit, have judged already, as though I were present, concerning him that has so done this deed. In the name of our Adonai Yahshua HaMashiach, when you're gathered together, and my spirit with the power of the Adonai Yahshua Mashiach, to deliver such an one unto Satan for the destruction of the flesh.
Stop. They're supposed to be delivered unto Satan. But then, when they start going through troubles, we're the first one to want to go and save them.
What's wrong?
How they going to change this? Go ahead.
That the spirit may be saved in the day of the Adonai Yahshua.
That the spirit may be saved. Maybe if they go through some problems and troubles and trials and tribulations, they will consider that and say, I repent. Now they can be saved. And the torment is what helped them. But if they receive absolutely no torment, then they keep going. Now there's no possibility of being saved. So the people who didn't give us an opportunity to be saved because they said something about what we did or how we operated, now we got a problem with those people. That was your opportunity at salvation. But them the ones you mouthing off at. But the people who readily agree with us, oh, them the ones we going to invite to the party. Right. Them the ones that's getting you deeper in hell. Go ahead, Bree.
Your glorying is not good. Know you not that a little leaven leavens the whole lump?
If a little leaven leavens the whole lump and you invite them among you, don't you now become leaven when you invite them among you? Now, you don't understand what he's saying here. That one be taken away from you. A little leaven leavens the whole lump.
We like to say, I can be friends with anybody.
Maybe you don't understand what leaven does. If you got a whole batch of unleavened dough and you put leaven in it, you can't find the one place where the leaven is. The whole thing is now leavened, including you. See, we forget, Yahshua didn't go amongst those people to party with him. He went amongst those people to save them. See, we go to Watusa and forget while we was there. Oh, you know it. We like, 2 drink minimum? Yeah. Hey, hold on, bro. Hey, bro, what you doing? Bro, what you doing? Bro, you forgot what you forgot the mission? Oh, okay. Don't get it twisted. That ain't what he was there for. Christ was around prostitute. So then we said, well, I'm going to be a John. No, the hell you're not. Don't get it twisted. All right. Go ahead, Bree.
Purge out therefore the old leaven, that you may be a new lump,
Uh-huh.
as you are unleavened.
Wait a minute. If you're going to be a new lump, you got to purge out the leaven. Sometimes people get themselves purged out and they think somebody kicked them out. You have to pay attention. Most of the people that get purged out purge themselves out. That leaven know it's leaven. Leaven starts feeling uncomfortable around things that are attempting to be unleavened. Whether you know it or not, you keep bringing out their improprieties. You don't even know that's what you're doing. They're getting angry at you. And you're like, man, why you keep saying these things?
Man, I think that's weak, man. Why, brothers be going home and stuff and be, saying taking care of his kids.
Oh, okay, so you don't take care of your kids. Oh, okay. So what they gonna do is try to twist that around. You weak, because you do such and such. Oh, you a big strong man, huh? Right, that's why you don't take care of nothing? No, they're angry at you. And every time you try to walk more, you're making them more angry. And you think, well, if I turn down my light, they'll like me. They ain't never gonna like you. They didn't like you the first day they met you. They just saw something they can get from you. That's why they hung around you. And as soon as they think they got everything they need, they gonna give you something to kiss. And it ain't gonna be on the front side. But this is where your Elohim helps you. He know you're slow. So he help you out. He know you're slow. So he make it look like you have nothing else to gain. He might even make you fall for a second. That gives the leaven the boldness to swell up. That's what leaven does. It puffs up. So then the leaven puffs up. Now it can go ahead and say what it's been wanting to say against you all these years. It's been pretending to be cool with you. Now it can tell you how it really feels. Because it think it got everything it need to get out of you. Yahweh set up poor old leaven. Let him think that that was all you was ever going to do. Yahweh let leaven go out the door. And then he got a bag of stuff he been waiting to get. I've been waiting for leaven to leave. Look, all right, now we finna do this, and this. Now all of this stuff right here, we finna change. We finna do this better. Wait a minute, Yahweh, where's all this? I was waiting for leaven to leave. Leaven had to believe that there was nothing else left in you. Some things you're going through ain't got nothing to do with you. But you got some leaven that you're holding on to. And Yahweh said, if I bless you, then I got to bless the leaven because you let it cling to you. So I ain't finna bless the leaven. So I'm going to keep my stuff right here until you get rid of leaven. Go ahead, Bree.
For even Yahshua, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. Verse 8. Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. I wrote unto you in a letter, not to company with fornicators, yet not altogether with the fornicators of this world, or with the covetous, or extortioners, or with idolaters, for then must you needs go out of the world.
Right, we think them people cool. We think that's cool. Go ahead.
But now I have written unto you not to keep company, if any man that is called a brother be a fornicator, or covetous, or an idolater, or a railer, or a drunkard, or an extortioner.
You got to understand, one thing leads to another. So you start out being a drunkard, then you end up being a fornicator, then you blame the liquor that you was drinking.
It was, if I wouldn't have drunk that Glimmo, I would have never went over her house.
No. You was planning on going over her house. That's why you bought the Glenmo. And then you going to blame it on the Glenmo why you ended up over there. Now, one thing leads to another thing leads to another thing. But you knew the plan. We can't be like them young kids who first started drinking. You don't know no better. So you just keep drinking until you feel it. And then stop. Oh, you done messed up. Them last 4 drinks ain't even got in there yet. So now you stop and you like, yeah, I feel dizzy now. Now keep hitting you. Now you go, now it ain't fun no more. My whole body hurts. Now you want to play? Before you know it, now you say,
God, if you let me live, I ain't gonna do this no more.
Right. How many done made them promises? Right. Don't worry, the door will be open after the class. Y'all can come on in here and pray about it. Because half of you told that same lie. If you let me live, I ain't going to do this no more. Right. Go ahead, Brent.
With such an one, know not to eat. For what have I to do to judge them also that are without?
Right. What have I to do to judge them that are without? Go ahead.
Do not you judge them that are within?
Wait a minute. We said only God can judge me. Wait a minute. This is the New Testament, and he says, wait a minute. If you are in charge of this gathering, it is your job to judge that. As soon as we mention something, people have an issue. Why? because they've been taught otherwise. And if this cramps your style, just wait till Yahshua get here. Oh, you about to feel some cramps. If this is a cramp, if somebody mentioning you not doing something according to what's written, wait until the word that comes out comes with a sword. If this seems uncomfortable to you, wait. There's more. I want to deal with what you can while you have the opportunity. Let's go to 2 Samuel chapter 12.
Just read verse 13. But them that are without Elohim judges, therefore put away from among yourselves that wicked person.
Thank you for that, brother. So Yahweh is then holding us accountable. Yahweh want to know how they going to learn if you keep allowing certain things. At some point, the leeway that we give has to be stopped if they're going to be saved. That means at some point, a difficult conversation is going to have to be had. But we have made everything, look, don't be judging me. Look, I don't want to be judging people. This is like the first thing that come out of our mouth whenever we try to say something about something. Look, I'm not judging. I'm just saying. Because we know what people are going to say. But if you notice, the judgment that they just talked about in the New Testament ended with that person getting put out of church. I hope you paid attention. That was the judgment that they were told to do. And we think that's strange. Now I can understand that people say, he got that from the Old Testament. We read that in the New. Right. 2 Samuel chapter 12, I want you to read verses 1 through 7. In this whole thought process of only God can judge me. Go ahead.
And Yahweh sent Nathan unto David. And he came unto him and said unto him, there were 2 men in one city, the one rich and the other poor. The rich man had exceeding many flocks and herds, but the poor man had nothing, save one little ewe lamb, which he had brought and nourished up. And it grew up together with him and with his children. It did eat of his own meat, and drank of his own cup, and lay in his bosom, and was unto him as a daughter. And there came a traveler unto the rich man, and he spared to take of his own flock and of his own herd to dress for the wayfaring man that was come unto him, but took the poor man's lamb, and dressed it for the man that was come to him. And David's anger was greatly kindled against the man. And he said to Nathan, as Yahweh lives, the man that has done this thing shall surely die. And he shall restore the lamb fourfold, because he did this thing, and because he had no pity.
He shall die and he shall pay. Go ahead.
And Nathan said to David, you are the man.
Stop. This is the king. Yahweh not judging you. Not through his own mouth. Of course, ultimately, it's always Yahweh. But this is the thing. Only God can judge me. I love myself some Tupac. Everybody know I love myself some Tupac. I love them songs. Only God can judge me. Oh, man, I used to bump it. Going down the street. Only God can judge me now. I loved it. He was wrong. He was wrong. He was wrong. He was wrong. If he was standing right here, I tell him, pop, song, hit. Content, wrong as hell. Wrong, dog. You let us wrong, dog. You let us wrong. But boy, you sure know how to make us feel good when you're saying something wrong. It was wrong. No. No, the Most High ain't come out to heavens to deal with his king. No, he sent somebody. So if you keep that thought process, only God can judge me, I'm telling you, you're on your way to the lake of fire. Because you think he's finna come out of the cosmos for you. You think you that damn important? You really think you that damn important? They need to come out of the cosmos to deal with you. Right. Read.
Thus says Yahweh Elohim of Israel, I anointed you king over Israel, and I delivered you out of the hand of Saul.
Keep going.
And I gave you your master's house and your master's wives into your bosom, and gave you the house of Israel and of Yehudah. And if that had been too little, I would moreover have given unto you such and such things.
I would have given you anything that you asked. Think about that kind of power. All you had to do was ask. There are certain things that we are embarrassed to ask for, but we'll still go and try to take it. You have to think about how deep that is. Your daddy will give you, I tell him, look, I'm broke, but my daddy's rich. I mean rich beyond compare. They don't even have numbers to count my daddy money. All right? Every now and then, he let me get some stuff. He give me that daddy card. Daddy, can I borrow your card? Well, my daddy let me borrow his card. Whoa! Man! I get the best stuff in the store. But he must tell them, all right, that's enough. Don't tell, he can't get nothing now. Your daddy card. All right, okay. All right, I was tripping. I just wanted to see how far you were going to let me go. Right. I know what it's like because my kids do it to me. As one of my kids, they said, you keep asking for stuff. Where's your money? Did you bring your wallet? They said, yeah, he over there. The one with the turban. That's my wallet. Right. Now, when people say only God can judge me, they see only one entity who sits in the thick darkness, and unless he proceeds out of that thick darkness, no other entity has jurisdiction over them. We fail to understand the conglomerate that is called Elohim. Elohim is a plural word. The angels, the spirits, and the beasts all work for him, and he can use any of it to execute his judgment. So if you keep that thought process of only God can judge me, I can tell you where you're on your way to. Let's go to Song of Solomon chapter 2. You won't even recognize that it's him that's doing it because you're so busy looking for him. And that's funny. We ain't never seen him, but we say only he can judge us, but expecting he to show himself to judge us. You can't get no dumber than that. You can't get no dumber than that. We'll accept payment from a business and a signature from a CEO that we've never seen. Oh, okay, so wait a minute. You call money blessing. So you'll accept a blessing from something you haven't seen. But when it comes for judgment, you need to see it. Ain't you funny? Oh, my God. Silly Negroes. All right. Song of Solomon, chapter 2. Let's start this at verse 1.
I am the rose of Sharon, and the lily of the valleys. As the lily among thorns, so is my love among the daughters. As the apple tree among the trees of the wood, so is my beloved among the sons. I sat down under his shadow with great delight, and his fruit was sweet to my taste. He brought me to the banqueting house, and his banner over me was love. Stay me with flagons, comfort me with apples, for I am sick of love.
This is the kind of thought process that we get from Sunday morning, and we're stuck right here. We love this. This is all we want. We want a whole New Testament, and what's funny, this ain't New Testament, but we want a whole New Testament of nothing but love fest. He read?
His left hand is under my head, and his right hand does embrace me. I charge you, O you daughters of Jerusalem.
Just like you want to be dancing. Right there, you remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's it right there. Okay, go ahead.
I charge you, O you daughters of Jerusalem, by the roes and by the hinds of the field, that you stir not up, nor awake my love, till he please.
Mm-hmm.
The voice of my beloved, behold, he comes leaping upon the mountains, skipping upon the hills. My beloved is like a roe or a young hart. Behold, he stands behind our wall. He looks forth at the windows, showing himself through the lattice. My beloved spake, and said unto me, Rise up, my love, my fair one, and come away. For, lo, the winter is past, the rain is over and gone. The flowers appear on the earth. The time of the singing of birds is come, and the voice of the turtle is heard in our land. The fig tree puts forth her green figs, and the vines with the tender grape give a good smell. Arise, my love, my fair one, and come away. O my dove, that are in the clefts of the rock, in the secret places of the stairs, let me see your countenance, let me hear your voice, for sweet is your voice, and your countenance is comely. Take us the foxes, the little foxes, that spoil the vines, for our vines have tender grapes. My beloved is mine, and I am his. He feeds among the lilies, until the daybreak and the shadows flee away. Turn, my beloved, and be you like a roe or a young hart upon the mountains of Bether.
Now, it sounds like she is really in love with him. Jump to chapter 5, and let's read verses 1 through 9.
I came into my garden, my sister, my spouse. I have gathered my mirth with my spice. I have eaten my honeycomb with my honey.
It sounds like he ready for something. He said, I need my honey with my honeycomb. Look, he said this must be a honeymoon. There's a lot of honey going on right here. All right? Go ahead.
I have drunk my wine with my milk.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm trying to tell you, I'm preheating the engine. See, that's what most of us mess up. We don't preheat. What, man? That's why your pizza cold. You didn't preheat it. Keep reading before I get in trouble. Go ahead, bro.
Eat, O friends, drink. Yes, drink abundantly, O beloved. I sleep, but my heart wakes. It is the voice of my beloved that knocks, saying, Open to me, my sister, my love.
Open to me, my sister, my love, my dove, my undefiled. Go ahead.
For my head is filled with dew, and my locks with the drops of the night.
The brother walking in the rain. He got the locks is wet. Go ahead.
I have put off my coat. How shall I put it on?
Now, wait a minute. The brother done came over there. Now she said, "Look here, this ain't my time. I already got comfortable." Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I've washed my feet.
I don't wash my feet.
How shall I defile them?
Oh, I can't walk on the ground now. Go ahead.
My beloved put in his hand by the hole of the door. And my bowels were moved for him. I rose up to open to my beloved. And my hands dropped with myrrh, and my fingers with sweet-smelling myrrh upon the handles of the lock. I opened to my beloved, but my beloved had withdrawn himself.
Now I should have made him wait too long. He's done all of these things to prepare. She said she loved him, but when he showed up, it was an inconvenient time for her. Yeah, we have to schedule love. Love wasn't on my schedule. Okay. All right. Yeah. He said, I'm going to come at a time when you think not. I'm sorry, but you won't be able to schedule it. Go ahead.
And was gone. My soul failed when he spake. I sought him, but I could not find him. I called him, but he gave me no answer. The watchmen that went about the city found me. They smote me. They wounded me. The keepers of the walls took away my veil from me. I charge you, O you daughters of Jerusalem, if you find my beloved, that you tell him that I am sick of love.
Wait a minute. Now somebody else got to tell your beloved how much you love your beloved because you didn't want to be inconvenienced when your beloved showed up. Go ahead.
What is your beloved more than another beloved? O you fairest among women? What is your beloved more than another beloved, that you does so charge us?
Right. If we have to be in the right mood to serve our king, we will end up being left on the sideline. When the king requires your substance, you must have substance for him. We don't want to be inconvenienced, and we don't want to be corrected, but claim we're ready to have a king. Vashti was a woman who refused to be inconvenienced by her king. She didn't want to do what he asked when he wanted it done. She wasn't really feeling it at that moment. In turn, she won't be feeling anything else from her king. Her time has been ended. Let's go to Matthew chapter 22. Matthew chapter 22, and let's start at verse 1.
And Yahshua answered and spake unto them again by parables, and said, The kingdom of Elohim is like unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son, and sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding, and they would not come.
They had other business to take care of. They were bidden, but they didn't want to come. Now, my elder used to say it, and it's in me. Be careful how you hear what you hear. All right, keep reading.
Again, he sent forth other servants, saying, Tell them which are bidden, Behold, I have prepared my dinner. My oxen and my fatlings are killed, and all things are ready. Come on to the marriage. But they made light of it, and went their ways, one to his farm, another to his merchandise. And the remnant took his servants, and entreated them spitefully, and slew them. But when the king heard thereof, he was angry, and he sent forth his armies, and destroyed those murderers, and burnt up their city. Then says he to his servants, The wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy. But go you therefore into the highways, and as many as you shall find, bid them to the marriage. So those servants went out into the highways, and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good. And the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment. And he says unto him, Friend, how came you in hither not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to the servants, Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. For many are called, but few were chosen.
Now, we may not like this account, but let's put that account right beside the things of Song of Solomon. When the bridegroom came, the wife felt inconvenience. See, we like one part because it sounds all soft and loving. This is the difference right between men and women. A woman want to hear the Song of Solomon part. Oh, come thou, my love. Oh, my sweet dove. I have drunk my milk with my honey. We want to hear the part in Matthew. This is us. This is us. This is the difference between us watching a movie. Their movie, people are embracing. And our movie, people are blowing up and catching on fire. So Yahweh got everything for you, what you need right here. All right? So you hear your woman read Song of Solomon, and then you go ahead and read Matthew. I can tell you that he's dealing with the same thing. You ain't ready. You don't want to deal with it. You're going to end up in the lake of fire. But you got to give that a little bit more poetically to the woman. Oh, my love, my dove. My sweet, my treat. Darling. What? What? They understood Song of Solomon. Oh, they understood every line of that. Brothers was like, I can't wait till he stop reading it. Then we get to Matthew, and he started talking about, you don't do this. This shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. We saw the explosion. We said, I love it. Okay. All right. Let's go to back up one chapter. Let's go Matthew chapter 21 and read verses 18 through 22.
Verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
Now in the morning, as he returned into the city, he hungered. And when he saw a fig tree in the way, he came to it and found nothing thereon, but leaves only, and said unto it, Let no fruit grow on you henceforth forever. And presently the fig tree withered away.
Right.
And when the disciples,
Wait a minute. Right away, your king desires substance, and the fig tree ain't ready. Okay. The fig tree ain't ready. He said, oh, you ain't got nothing for your king? You shall have nothing for anybody ever again. I'm going to come at a time when you think not. Okay, go ahead.
And that's the whole thing that we don't look at. It's like, you said before, when Yahweh show you something, he expects for you to make that change then.
You got it.
We see when we go back to the Songs of Solomon, how my feet are clean. How should I defile them? Getting out of my bed, stepping
I got to go all the way from my bed to the door. Oh, my goodness. I have never. I done all these things up, boy. Don't you know that dirt going to stick to the bottom of my foots? My footsies? My footies?
Right.
Moved in your own time, and when you got there.
Right. This is us. See, this is different versions of us. We got our own time that we want to do things.
Yeah, I love you when I feel loving.
Okay, go ahead.
And when the disciples saw it, they marveled, saying, how soon is the fig tree withered away?
Mm-hmm.
Yahshua answered and said unto them, verily I say unto you, if you have faith and doubt not, you shall not only do this which is done to the fig tree, but also if you shall say unto this mountain, be you removed, and be you cast into the sea, it shall be done. And all things, whatsoever you shall ask in prayer, believing, you shall receive.
All right. Now let's go read what Mark had to say concerning this. Let's go to Mark chapter 11. Because there's one little interesting part here. Mark 11, and I want you to read verses 12 through 14.
And on the morrow, when they were come from Bethany, he was hungry. And seeing a fig tree afar off, having leaves, he came, if happily he might find anything thereon.
Now, this part is interesting. If happily he might find something on it. He see a fig tree. Go ahead.
And when he came to it, he found nothing but leaves, for the time of figs was not yet.
Wait a minute. It ain't even time for the figs. Okay? The time of figs is not yet. Yet he expected to see some fruit. You let that marinate for a minute. He see a fig tree. It is not the time of figs, but he's expecting to get some fruit. Go ahead.
Yahshua answered and said unto it, no man eat fruit of you hereafter forever. And his disciples heard it.
Okay. It is cursed forever because it did not have fruit when the master required of it. But it wasn't time. Are we those that sitting there arguing?
But wait a minute, Yahshua, it ain't time yet. Have you come to torment us before the time?
Wait a minute, you sound like one of the demons. That's what the demons said. That's what we gonna say? You got an excuse why you didn't produce fruit?
Well, because, I wasn't feeling, I wasn't in the right. I checked my mood ring, it was brown.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's go to Mark chapter 8. Mark chapter 8.
He's looking for a fig tree, but we don't realize as we add talents, when the master show up, you don't know what talent of yours may be required at that moment.
Exactly. See, you might do this one talent, and that's the one you like, right? That's the one you like, but that ain't the one he's looking for when he show up. You ready to do the song and the dance?
He's like, no, I want to hear a poem. No, I ain't did a poem in years. No, I haven't been practicing that.
Oh yeah. But that's what I want. I came all this way. I came all this way to hear a poem. They talk about your poems in heaven. I came all the way down here to hear your poem.
But I don't do poems no more. What if I read your scripture? Wait a minute. You gonna read my book to me?
Yeah. All right, Mark chapter 8. Let's read verses 22 through 26.
And he cometh to Bethsaida, and they bring a blind man unto him, and besought him to touch him. And he took the blind man by the hand, and led him out of the town. And when he had spit on his eyes, and put his hands upon him, he asked him if he saw aught. And he looked up, and said, I see men as trees walking. After that, he put his hand again upon his eyes, and made him look up. And he was restored, and saw every man clearly.
All right.
And he sent him away to his house, saying, neither go into town, nor tell it to any in the town.
I always ask this question. He talks about the fig tree being withered. He talks about it being cursed. It did not have fruit. We also have the parable of the talents, where the men did not produce, and then they were as well cursed. So this man then, when he was healed, saw men as trees. Do we understand that we are the trees in all those parables? Are you still thinking about the fig tree? Where is your fruit? Right. We're still thinking about that. Now, we have, this is one of the only things where Yahshua does a healing and has to go in a second time. You know that, right? So did he not heal him the first time, or did he give him too much? And he had to take some of that back. Interesting. Now, we had a comment from a viewer one time that said, I believe what you guys are saying, but why do y'all have to dress like that? He said, this is where the personal Lord and Savior thought process is really killing us. Some will say I could follow him if he didn't have so much hair. I hate those dreaded locks. He stated that I will not drink of this vine until I drink it new with you. If we don't like something about him, then we believe that it gives us the reason for our treason. We don't have to follow because we found something in him that we didn't like. This is going to be one of our biggest issues. Let's go to Matthew chapter 26. See, we have been given an image. Now, the problem is, nowadays, the little boys in the street is wearing their hair the way Christ's hair gonna look. You have to wonder, because Yahweh has a real tendency to do this. If everybody is given a piece of a setup for them, remember, he says, I'm not going to move all of these nations from among you to prove whether or not you're going to serve me or no. So he leave that thing amongst you that you don't like to see if your prejudice against it will hinder your walk. So maybe we see the one thing that's for somebody else. The problem is, do you see the one that he left there for you? Matthew chapter 26, and let's read verses 21 through 29.
And as he did eat, he said, verily I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me. And they were exceeding sorrowful, and began every one of them to say unto him, Adonai, is it I? And he answered and said, he that dips his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me.
Right, the same with us. The same folk that betray us were the same folk that came and ate with us. They sat right down with us, dipped their hand in the same dish that we was in. Whole time telling lies on you. Smiling on you, smiling at you, telling about how much they were going to be down with you. Lying on you at the same time. What, did you think we were going to be above our master? If they've called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more you think they're going to call you? If they have betrayed him, why are you so upset at betrayal? Go ahead.
The Son of Man goes as it is written of him. But woe unto that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed.
Uh-huh.
It had been good for that man if he had not been born.
Right. And you work in the name of the Messiah. You were baptized in the name of the Messiah. Woe to the man that betrayed you too. Go ahead.
Then Yehudas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? He said unto him, You have said. And as they were eating, Yahshua took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it to his disciples and said, Take, eat, this is my body.
Uh-huh.
And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, Drink you all of it, for this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins.
So understand, the betrayer took part in the body and the blood too. Go ahead.
But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth this fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom.
If he's not going to drink that, then he has stated that he's entering into a covenant. All right? Let's go to Numbers chapter 6, because that covenant has other things connected to it.
Numbers chapter 6 and verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When either man or woman shall separate themselves to vow a vow of a Nazarite, to separate themselves unto Yah.
Mm-hmm.
He shall separate himself from wine, and strong drink,
Uh-huh.
and shall drink no vinegar of wine or vinegar of strong drink. Neither shall he drink any liquor of grapes, nor eat moist grapes or dry.
This is a vow you ain't going, them drunkards can't make this vow. Cause they can't go 2 minutes without drinking. He said, I'm not drinking this until I drink it new with you in the kingdom. What you think he entered in? And that's right vow. Go ahead.
All the days of his separation shall he eat nothing that is made of the vine tree, from the kernels even to the husk.
Uh-huh. Now you understand, he was the first fruits unto men, right? You understand, until you give that first fruit offering, you can't eat anything that comes from the vine. There's a whole lot going on right here that he said that we just ain't getting. Go ahead.
All the days of the vow of his separation, there shall no razor come upon his head,
Uh-huh.
until the days be fulfilled.
Now see, people have already said, no, this is the haircut of thugs. Is Yahweh setting them up? That eventually something gonna show up and they not gonna like its appearance? Is this part of the setup? Go ahead.
In the which he separates himself unto Yahweh. He shall be holy, and shall let the locks of the hair of his head grow. All the days that he separates himself unto Yahweh, he shall come at no dead body.
Right. Now, here it is. We wear our dreads for style. But then we still come at them dead bodies. Because them our friends. We go hang with the dead. Go ahead.
He shall not make himself unclean for his father, or for his mother, for his brother, or for his sister, when they die, because the consecration of his Elohim is upon his head.
Uh-huh.
All the days of his separation he is holy unto Yah. And if any man die very suddenly by him, and he has defiled the head of his consecration, then he shall shave his head in the day of his cleansing. On the 7th day shall he shave it. And on the 8th day he shall bring 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons to the priest, to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the priest shall offer the one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering, and make an atonement for him, for that he sinned by the dead, and shall hallow his head that same day.
Now, he sinned by the dead. Wait a minute, he didn't kill him. He was just around them when something happened. Now his consecration must be cut off. There's a whole lot there that we just don't understand. So even when we see the things that may be a snare for somebody else to fall, do you see the thing that is a snare for your behavior? What thing will do that to you? Now, we say we want a king, but we want to say what he should look like, what he should dress like, and what he should like. How is he a king if we get to make all the determinations for him? Another question, how is he a ruler when he needs to make sure that your mental and spiritual is all the way up to your comfort level before you can follow him? That would make him a king of convenience, meaning that he is your king as long as it is convenient to you. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 29. See, you tend to play the game the way you practice because you end up having what we call muscle memory. So when you keep doing something over and over, eventually without thought, something happens and you automatically react in such a manner. Well, a whole lot of things we've gotten accustomed to doing. And we believe that automatically when the righteous king is here on the earth, that we're just going to go, oh, this is the time to be right. But your muscle memory, now that's going to be a problem. Because you've been accustomed to being disrespectful. You've gotten accustomed to not doing something as soon as you saw something in it that you didn't understand. Isaiah chapter 29, let's read verses 1 to 13.
Woe to Ariel, the city where David dwelt. Add you year to year, let them kill sacrifices. Yet I will distress Ariel, and there shall be heaviness and sorrow, and it shall be unto me as Ariel. And I will camp against you round about, and will lay siege against you with a mount, and I'll raise forts against you. And you shall be brought down, and shall speak out of the ground, and your speech shall be low out of the dust, and your voice shall be as of one that has a familiar spirit out of the ground, and your speech shall whisper out of the dust. Moreover, the multitude of your strangers shall be like small dust, and the multitude of the terrible ones shall be a shaft that passes away. Yes, it shall be at an instant suddenly. You shall be visited of Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. And the multitude of all the nations that fight against Ariel, even all that fight against her and her munition, and that distress her, shall be as a dream of a night vision. It shall even be as when an hungry man dreams, and behold, he eats, but he awakes, and his soul is empty. Or as when a thirsty man dreams, and behold, he drinks, but he awakes, and behold, he is faint, and his soul has appetite. So shall the multitude of all the nations be that fight against Mount Zion. Stay yourselves, and wonder. Cry you out, and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink.
Right, doctrine. The doctrine that we have picked up from all the other places is what causes us to stagger. That's why you're not walking in a straight line. Because you still believe some of that doctrine. We hear bits and pieces of this book, and we say, I don't know. It's hard for me to let go because I was raised believing such and such. Right, you're staggering. That is what's causing us not to be able to walk in a straight line. Because, see, part of that stuff we like. See, it's been in there for a long time, and we don't want to fully get rid of it. So you're staggering. Yahweh has a real simple field sobriety test. See, them folks get you on the side of the road, they say, hold your nose. Now walk this line. Yahweh say, all right, hold this book. Now walk this line. And he watch your line. There was something wrong with your line, boy. Go ahead.
For Yahweh has poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and has closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, has he covered. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray you. And he says, I cannot, for it is sealed. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray you. And he says, I'm not learned. Wherefore the Adonai says, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men.
Well, then now we have a problem. So we have that show worship. See? We have the kind of worship that you can see when we showing it. But Yahweh said, oh, no. Somewhere internally, you have a problem with me. All right, let's go to Luke chapter 19. Yeshua always knew who it was that hated him. He said, oh, you hate me because my word has no place in you. Luke chapter 19, and we're going to read verses 11 through 14.
And as they heard these things, he added and spake a parable, because he was near to Jerusalem, and because they thought that the kingdom of Elohim should immediately appear. He said, therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom, and to return. And he called his 10 servants, and delivered them 10 pounds, and said unto them, occupy till I come. But his citizens hated him, and sent a message after him, saying,
his citizens hated him. It is amazing that things have been introduced as this great love fest, but when you talk about order and something being done, you find out they hate him. Go ahead.
we will not have this man to reign over us.
We will not have this man to rule over us. Go ahead. Jump to verse 24.
And he said unto them that stood by, take from him the pound, and give it to him that has 10 pounds. And they said unto him, Adonai, he has 10 pounds.
See, this is the outward appearance to everybody else. They say, he got too much already. You gonna take the pound from this one man and give it to the one who has 10? Yeah, because the one who had 1 ain't doing that with it. He was not profitable. He was the fig tree that didn't have any figs. He had only leaves. And you have to wonder what part really pissed Yeshua off. Because if the fig tree, if it's not time for figs, if the fig tree had nothing on it, he would have had no expectation. But was the fig tree perpetrating by having leaves with no figs? Why were you expecting figs? You know what time it is. Why were you expecting figs? Because I saw those leaves. So, are we holy smoking? What is he expecting? Because he's seeing you. He's expecting something from you. And you believe that you're right because you say, it's not time for me to be productive. Well, why in the hell you got leave? Right. Go ahead, priest.
For I say unto you, that unto everyone which has shall be given, and from him that has not, even that he has shall be taken away from him. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither, and slay them before me.
This is not the part of Christ we want to hear now. No. We ready for the love fest. This is not the part of the king that we want to hear. Okay, let's go to Isaiah chapter 53. And what Yahweh said to Samuel, it's not you that they have a problem with. It's me that they hate. Nah. People swear they are showing their disdain against Yahweh's servants. No. You're showing your hatred for him. And how can you love Elohim and you serving and worshiping another God all at the same time? Of course you're going to hate. You're going to hate one of them. Isaiah 53, and let's read verses 1 through 12.
Who has believed our report? And to whom is the arm of Yahweh revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He has no form nor comeliness. And when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows, and acquainted with grief. And he hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he has borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of Elohim, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our lawlessness. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned everyone to his own way. And Yahweh has laid on him the lawlessness of us all.
Now, we have a lot of things here. Verse 2, for he shall grow up before him as a tender plant and as a root out of dry ground. He has no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. Wait a minute, if he don't look like the way we have already put in our minds, we're going to reject it anyway. So what form of beauty are they looking for? See, we want to see that Gentile with the straight hair. When they see a brother with dreads, they say, oh, look at those thugs. So what are they going to be expecting? He has no form nor comeliness, and there's no beauty that we should desire him. Wait a minute. We know what makes one desirable today. You know, it don't matter really what you look like if you got enough money. Go ahead.
He was oppressed, and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before her shearers is dumb, so he opens not his mouth. He was taken from prison and from judgment.
Wait a minute. You mean tell me we are going to have to honor and serve somebody who done did jail time? You know, some of us already got a problem right there.
Wait a minute. I don't know about that right there. I don't know what you talking about. This person leading y'all, he been to jail? Like jail. He wasn't visiting? Like he was in it? Like they gave him a number? Oh my God. I think you need to watch what you into, baby.
Right. But they hadn't read the account of their own master and savior. Okay? But they quick to tell you. Okay. Go ahead, please.
And who shall declare his generation? For he was cut off out of the land of the living. For the transgression of many people was he stricken. And he made his grave with the wicked, and with the rich in his death, because he had done no violence, neither was any deceit in his mouth. Yet it pleased Yahweh to bruise him. He has put him to grief.
It pleased Yahweh to bruise him because this is the way he's going to redeem you. Yet as soon as we go through any kind of trouble, or as soon as we don't get what we want, oh, we're ready to quit the whole walk. As soon as we don't get what we want. He asked his daddy, do we have to do it this way? Is there not any other way? No, son. There's no other way. You're going to have to go through this. All right. So what, his daddy can tell him no, and can't nobody tell you no?
Soon as we hear no, oh, the whole game's off. You know what, I think I'm going to get baptized again back in Jesus' name. Because I got baptized in Yeshua's name, and somebody said no, and I just couldn't take it. I'm going back to Jesus.
Why y'all tripping? We don't have people do that. Yeah. Yes, we have. Right. Go ahead.
He has put him to grief. When you shall make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of Yahweh shall prosper in his hand. He shall see of the travail of his soul, and shall be satisfied. By his knowledge shall my righteous servant justify many, for he shall bear their lawlessness. Therefore will I divide him a portion with the great, and he shall divide the spoil with the strong, because he has poured out his soul unto death, and he was numbered with the transgressors. And he bare the sin of many, and made intercession for transgressors.
He bare the sin of many, not he bare the sin of all. Let's go to Luke chapter 12. Everybody want to claim, he came for the world. That's not what my book says. Now, he sent people after him. But they have a problem with parts of their doctrine too. See, Sunday morning loves certain parts. They love the teaching of Paul, but they don't like Paul. Because there's certain parts where he's going to trash what they do. So they need to like him in chapter 2, but dislike him in chapters 3 and 4, and fall back in love with him in chapter 5. But ain't that what we do with love? We love you as long as you say what we want to hear. Oh, yeah. You do a lot of wee-wee poo-poo. Oh, everybody love you. Oh, you say all the right things. Soon as you saying straight love, and it just don't sound soft, now all of a sudden we ain't in love no more. You know what? I don't feel like loving you. Why you don't feel like loving me? Because where you talking to me? Why you ain't reading the poetry? Let's go back to Song of Solomon. Come on, my dove, my love, my sweet, my treat. Come on. Oh, okay. Right. Where we at, brother? Luke chapter 12, start at verse 35.
Let your loins be girded about, and your lights burning. And you yourselves like unto men that wait for their master, when he will return from the wedding, that when he comes and knocks, they may open unto him immediately.
Wait a minute. When he knock, are we going to open immediately? Or are we going to say,
you know what? I just got out the shower. I done oiled myself. Look, I can't walk on the ground now. Look at my feet. Come on there, Yahshua. Don't do this now. This is not a good time. I'm not feeling very loving. I'm not in the mood. My head hurt.
Is that all right? Your head hurt? Give it to me. Let me take it off. Do it still hurt? I'm going to take the whole head and move it over here. Hey, I bet it don't hurt now. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Blessed are those servants whom the master, when he comes, shall find watching. Verily I say unto you, that he shall gird himself and make them to sit down to meat, and will come forth and serve them.
Right. We have everything going on around us is changing, and we still going on business as usual. The nations are gearing up for Armageddon. And we still trying to figure out whether or not we going to get the blue rims or the red ones. Go ahead, Bree.
And if he shall come in the second watch, or come in the third watch, and find them so, blessed are those servants. And this know, that if the good man of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched.
You think if you know, they done told you, look, man, they coming to break in your house and steal your precious jewels around 3 to 4:30. You think that brother going to sleep? That brother going to be perched right by the window, floating from room to room, going all the way around the house. He can't sleep now. Because he done heard there's a time that they coming. He said, I'm purposely not telling you when I'm coming. Because I want to see what you're going to be doing when I show up. Go ahead.
And not have suffered his house to be broken through. Be you therefore ready also, for the Son of Man comes at an hour when you think not. Then Cephas said unto him, Master, or Adonai, speak you this parable unto us, or even to all? And the Adonai said, Who then is that faithful and wise steward, whom his master shall make ruler over his household, to give them their portion of meat in due season? Blessed is that servant, whom his master, when he comes, shall find so doing.
What will he find you doing? Some of us won't even be in the word by the time he show up. Why? Because something upset us. Go ahead.
Of a truth I say unto you, that he will make him ruler over all that he has. But and if that servant say in his heart, My master delays his coming, and shall begin to beat the men servants and maidens, and to eat and drink, and to be drunken, the master of that servant will come in a day when he looks not for him.
Right. That has already happened. See, what we do is we beat people with our words by telling lies and all those manner of things. The master of that servant is going to come at a time when he think not. See, we think that he comes, and when he shows up to deal with righteous judgment, that's the time for everybody. Your time might be tomorrow. The day that he decides, all right, let's count it up. What we doing? Oh, today is the day of your spiritual accounting. Let's open up these books and let's check these numbers. What? No, I thought you were doing that at judgment. No, I'm gonna do that for them at judgment. I always come to my house before I go. Wait a minute, you think I'm gonna stop by my house? No, you supposed to be in my house. No, I need to check the accounting in my house. Then I'll go and deal with them. Did not he say, do all of this stuff and begin at my house? We think we're going to get a warning because we be like, oh, look at the sky moving. It's about to be some destruction. All right, y'all, we better stop sinning now. Oh, no, he going to already be sitting in your living room. Oh, no. I already had to come check on this before I dealt with these. See, I sent somebody. See, here we go again. We're looking for that entity. Wait a minute. There's a conglomerate called Elohim. No, he sent one of his representatives to come sit behind you and say, all right, let's look at these books. You still waiting for the sky and the moon and the sun to change. He ain't already been to your house. Go ahead.
And at an hour when he is not aware, and will cut him in asunder, and will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers. And that servant, which knew his master's will, and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, should be beaten with many stripes.
Many stripes. Why? Because they knew. See, we know, and Yahweh know we know, because he know what you've been taught. Some people think, I have the opportunity, I ain't got baptized yet. So, I'm gonna kill a few people. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna steal a few cars, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna slay a few dragons. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna slay me some dragons. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do the new How to Train the Dragon, because I'm gonna get on out there. Right? He said, but no. You don't have that protection. No. No, you know. And you know what you've been taught. Go ahead.
But he that knew not, and did commit things worthy of stripes, to be beaten with few stripes.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you how bad this is. We want to be out with the heathen, right? So then we hang with the heathen. The heathen talks us in the wrongdoing. We then do it. We get more of a whooping than the heathen. Why? The heathen wasn't taught, you were. Now we claiming foul.
Oh, why you keep hitting me, Yahweh? I spread this whooping around. James was there. John was there. Keisha was there twice.
Now we want the whooping to spread out, and it look like he concentrating on you.
Why you keep hitting me?
Because you the one I know. I'm going to let their daddy whoop them. Go ahead.
For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more.
All right. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 23. I done had many a time my mama done had to come to school for me. Many a time. She ain't never came up there and whooped none of my friends. She ain't not none time came to my school and whooped nothing. Now, it might have been a line of us that done got into some mess. Wasn't but one person getting a whooping when my mama showed up, and that be I. Not nine times. Now, she know, and she might have said,
Look at you. And you and you.
she might know, she know who they are. She ain't whoop them. No. I'm going to let who the head of your house whoop you. Joshua said to them, you are of your father the devil, and the works of your father you will do. For he was a liar and a murderer from the beginning. Okay. Proverbs 23, let's start at verse 1.
When you sitteth to eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before you, and put a knife to your throat if you be a man given to appetite. Be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat. Labor not to be rich. Cease from your own wisdom. Will you set your eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven.
Man, you can't tell these folks that, these little young folks, when they get money, they just think the money gonna always be there. Let me tell you something, young'un. I'm telling you, they grow wings and they fly. And when they fly, you be looking at the account like something happened. You looking at the statement sideways. No, you spent that. You spent that. No, I promise you, I don't remember this. You did it? Okay. Right. We think it's always going to keep coming. You know, go look up the story of MC Hammer. He got that $20 million house out there. He was making so much money, how many money was coming from everywhere. He thought it was going to keep coming. And one day, it didn't come no more. And he put all 20 million in one house. So when he lost that one house, he lost all 20 million. Now all them other things that people were saying,
Why don't you get $21 million houses?
man, would have been a total seat to us. That sounds like the same thing.
You get one house for $20 million. It's the same as having $21 million houses.
No, it is not. Whoever told you that doesn't lie to you. There's so many opportunities by having those multiples. So many opportunities. Each time you fall, bam, you got somewhere to fall to. I tell you what, let's sell that one. You can't sell part of a $20 million house.
I tell you what, man, look, I'm having some hard times. I'm going to sell you the basement. Look, just stay in the front yard and, you know what I'm saying?
It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. All right. Go ahead, brother.
Eat you not the bread of him that has an evil eye, neither desire you his dainty meats. For as he thinks in his heart, so is he.
So he thinks in his heart, so is he. People will tell us what they are, but we don't want to believe it. Go ahead.
Eat and drink, says he to you, but his heart is not with you. The morsel which you have eaten shall you vomit up and lose your sweet words.
He gonna eat and drink with you, but his heart ain't with you. He ain't never like you. Matter of fact, he is upset at the progress that you have made. And we think that we can keep making changes and they'll care for us. Go ahead, Prince.
Speak not in the ears of a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of your words. Remove not the old landmark, and enter not into the fields of the fatherless. For their Redeemer is mighty, he shall plead their cause with you. Apply your heart onto instruction, and your ears to the words of knowledge. Withhold not correction from the child, for if you beateth him with the rod, he shall not die. You shall beat him with the rod, and shall deliver his soul from hell. My son, if
you shall beat him with the rod, and shall deliver his soul from hell. Yet we have people that say, I don't believe in whooping my child. And and maybe it was rude, but I want you to keep your children the hell away from mine. Because I definitely believe in correction. And it's funny, the folk who had these thought processes. You have some folks that went out and had them a baby out of wedlock, brought their little wedlock baby, and think their little out of wedlock baby is better than every other baby that was born out of a marriage. It is utterly interesting. How your little out of wedlock love child that you ain't even in love with it no more, now your child better than everybody's?
I don't want my child to be over there with those.
What, you think covenant gonna rub off on them? We don't realize that we're raising them just like the heathens. And we think that's the end thing. Why would you raise them like the heathen? Go ahead, Bree.
My son, if your heart be wise, my heart shall rejoice, even mine. Yes, my reins shall rejoice when your lips speak right things. Let not your heart envy sinners, but be you in the fear of Yahweh all the day long. For surely there is an end, and your expectation shall not be cut off. Hear you, my son, and be wise, and guide your heart in the way. Be not among wine-bibbers, among riotous eaters of flesh. For the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty, and drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags.
And don't think that you got to be drunk with wine. There's other things that you can be drunk with that's going to lead you off into poverty. Don't get it twisted. Go ahead.
Hearken unto your father that begot you, and despise not your mother when she is old.
What we normally do when we deal with this spiritually, your father is Yahweh, your mother is the church. Once we get accustomed to something, the more acquainted we get with something, the more disdain we have for it. So then as time goes on, we start having a little disdain for certain things because it's always been around us. See? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 66. Isaiah chapter 66, and we're going to read verses 15 through 24.
For, behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
You know, this is just not what we want to deal with. We claim we want to deal with a king, but do we understand? A king fights Yahweh's battles. This is what a king does. So we think we're doing something by accepting Christ as a king, but not accepting him as a priest. Do you understand? It's the kingly part of him that goes to war. When David wanted to build a house for Yahweh, he said, I can't let you because of all the blood that you've shed. So when this king is coming from the loins of King David, what do you think he's going to set up? David was the one who went to war to build Israel. What do you think Yahshua is doing? We getting flowers and he's coming for war. Go ahead.
For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many.
The slain of Yahweh shall be many. This is why Sunday morning teach, we just going to go to heaven.
Because we just need to miss this. Look, we're not going to fare good if we're here. Okay? Because we don't believe in law. We're not subject to law, and we don't think we should be. So we just need to get out of here.
Okay. Go ahead.
They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh and the abomination.
They said, well, wait a minute, but see, God has blessed all meats. See?
So they say we holy and leave right out of there, go to the cafeteria and get some collard greens and swine. And don't think there's no problem with it. And if you say something about it, now you're judging me. No, there's somebody who's going to judge you. I'm just telling you. I'm not the one judging you, but I tell you what, there is a guy. There is a guy. There's a man going around calling out names. There's a man. There's a man. You ain't got to worry about me, but there's a man. Don't worry, you're going to encounter that man. Go ahead.
And the mouse shall be consumed together, says Yahweh. For I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come, and I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. And I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escape of them unto the nations, to Tarshish, Pul, and Lud, that draw the bow, to Tubal and Yavan, to the isles afar off, that have not heard my fame, neither have seen my glory, and they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles.
Wait a minute, what did we read? Those who have not heard of his fame, those who haven't heard, shall be beaten with few stripes. Those who have heard, they're going to be beaten with many stripes. It's going to seem unfair to you. That's if you walk around with the woe is me demeanor, instead of taking advantage of all of the things that have been shown unto you. See, we like to hang with people. And it's going to really feel bad when you realize that you're getting the worst whooping out of all your friends. See, when I was young, my mama used to tell me, look, your friends don't know nothing. Stop asking them questions. But that's what we want to listen to. We get into a problem, we don't want to ask nobody who done been through it.
Hey, man. What would you do if such and such?
Man, dumber than you. Go ahead, bro.
And they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto Yahweh out of all nations upon horses, and in chariots, and in litters, and upon mules, and upon swift beasts, to my holy mountain Jerusalem, says Yahweh. As the children of Israel bring an offering in a clean vessel into the house of Yah. And I'll also take of them for priests and for Levites, says Yahweh.
Wait a minute. Here we go with this order again. Go ahead.
For as the new heavens and the new earth, which I will make, shall remain before me, says Yahweh, so shall your seed and your name remain. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Shabbat to another.
Stop. Sunday morning has kept neither one of those things. They've never kept the new moon. They've never kept the Shabbat. And he says there's going to be those that say, Lord, Lord. And his reply is going to be, get away from me. I never knew you. Not we knew one another and you know what? I mean, I used to know you, but you strayed away. No. He says, I never knew you. Never is a strong word. Now, the confusion, he says they're going to say, but we've done all these great works in your name. He said, I don't know you. Ain't nothing worse than declaring your love for somebody and they say, I don't know you. You pouring out your heart. I love you. I don't know you. Call 911. This is a stalker over here. This is a bad situation here. You declaring your love and they say they don't know who you are. That is not a good situation. That is not a situation that you want to find yourself in. That you are declaring your love. And they don't even know you. Go ahead, Preacher, finish that.
Shall all flesh come to worship before me, says Yahweh. And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me. For their worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be an abhorring unto all flesh.
All right, let us hear the conclusion of this matter. Let's go to John chapter 15. John 15, and let's start at verse 1.
I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that bears not fruit, he takes away. And every branch that bears fruit, he purges it, that it may bring forth more fruit.
Right. We whining that we getting purged, but we should be glorying that we have not been taken away. He's purging that it bring forth more fruit. That stuff that he took away, it ain't going to bring forth no fruit. Go ahead.
Now you are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine, no more can you, except you abide in me.
This is why those other individuals became fruitless. Go ahead.
I am the vine, you are the branches. He that abides in me, and I in him, the same brings forth much fruit, for without me you can do nothing. If a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch, and is withered, and men gather them, and cast them into the fire, and they are burnt. If you abide in me, and my words abide in you, you shall ask what you will, and it shall be done unto you. Herein is my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, so shall you be my disciples. As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Continue you in my love. If you keep my commandments.
Stop. We want to continue in the love, but don't think that we have to do anything. See, this is the fairy tale of love that we get by watching all of these fake drama shows that are filled with nothing but words of love, but no action of love. We fine with the verbal part. Go ahead.
If you keep my commandments, you shall abide in my love.
If you keep my commandments, you shall abide in my love. You can't just walk around and say a bunch of nice things. Go ahead.
Even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love.
He said, wait a minute. I didn't just give you instructions and I didn't keep any. I had to keep the instructions that my Father gave to me. Go ahead.
These things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and that your joy might be full. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. Greater love has no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends, if you do whatsoever I command you.
Do we understand what that means? He ain't telling you to go die for your friends. This is what these young kids do. No, man, this is my fam. I'm going to die for my fam. You can die in one instant. Laying down your life for something means that you're willing to change for it. That means you got to make that change every day. You can die in one instant and make a decision. Go ahead.
Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knows not what his master does, but I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you.
You have not chosen me. We think that we went across the internet and we saw something and we said, you know what? I think it would be a grand old thing if I get greater understanding of the Word of God. You thought you made that decision, huh? Go ahead, Bree.
And ordained you, that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you. These things I command you, that you love one another. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you.
Right. Understand the hatred that you get. It ain't about you. It's your Father that they hate. Stop taking everything personal. When I get them fake friends that come smile in my face and lie on me, I know it's my daddy they hate. Go ahead.
If you were of the world would love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hates you.
Right. And we still trying to get love from the people who hate you. So you keep making changes thinking that they gonna love you more. They gonna hate you more. Go ahead.
Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his master. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my sayings, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake.
For my name's sake, they're going to do that to you. Understand what it's for. This is part of your spiritual sacrifice. Go ahead.
Because they know not him that sent me. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin. But now they have no cloak for their sin.
Right. He that knows little shall be beaten with few stripes. He that has been knowledge in the word, he's going to have more stripes. Go ahead.
He that hates me hates my Father also.
Right. They think they can love Christ and separate that from the order of his Father. No, you can't. No, you hate both of them. Go ahead.
If I had not done among them the works which none other man did, they had not had sin. But now have they both seen and hated both me and my Father. But this comes to pass, that the word might be fulfilled that is written in their law. They hated me without a cause.
They hated me without a cause. If they hated him without a cause, they're going to hate you without one too. And understand something, if they ain't got a cause, they're going to make up one. This is why folk can't come and talk to you, because they know the cause that they made up themselves. Folk keep saying, well, why don't you go and talk to him? I can't talk to him. I know I made it up. How you going to talk to somebody about a cause you made up? That's why they ain't going to never come. The cause just have to fall out on the floor. All right, now we'll discuss it. I thought you was big bad Jim Brown. Why you ain't going to talk? I thought you was that. No. They can't. They know it's make-believe. They're going to design a reason to hate you. Stop trying to figure out what it is. It ain't real. And stop thinking, if we do this and this, we can reconcile. Light ain't going to reconcile with darkness. And darkness ain't going to reconcile with light. Because one of y'all got to change for the other one to be comfortable. Go ahead, Bree.
But when the Comforters come, whom I will send on to you from the Father, even the Spirit of truth, which proceeds from the Father, he shall testify of me. And you also shall bear witness, because you have been with me from the beginning.
All right. That's all that we're going to do for today. Hopefully these words can stay in our hearts and our minds, because the world is changing right before our eyes. We don't want it to be so. We want to get a piece of America's pie. But there is a lot going on right in front of us. Let us not focus on what fun we think we can have and not recognize that the nations are getting ready to fight against him that's showing up on that white horse. Remember the Sabbath to keep it holy. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.